Okay, 64.3, the exercises. We'll certainly start with problem number 1. I'm going to go to the whiteboard to do that. So let me open up the whiteboard here. And let's write down the system and then try to solve it. Now again, the way that Wells does it, the way that I do it might differ. The bottom line is your technique is your technique. Whatever appears to be the obvious thing to do first is what you probably want to do. If it turns out to be difficult, I would say, go back, look at it again, and look for something that's easier to do. But now let's give this a shot. And we got a system of equations. Whoops. Let me go backwards on that. And let's write the system down. And again, we're doing problem number 1. What do I see? X squared plus y squared equals 25. And then we get x squared, minus xy is equal to 4. And certainly there's many ways to the problem. What I'm going to suggest over here is, kind of looking at it and realizing that the second equation I could easily solve for y. So let me write that down. You get x squared minus 4 equals xy. What I do there, I subtracted 4 from both sides of this equation here, and then added xy. Then what I'm going to do, divide both sides by x. And we get x squared minus 4 over x equals y. And I'm going to take this and plug it into the first equation. All right? But what do I really need in the first equation? I really need a y. I need a y squared. So I'm going to write that down for you. So y squared. Well, it's not that bad to do. This is going to be x squared. Then you get x4 minus, let's see, that's going to be, minus 4 minus 4, minus 8x squared plus 16. All right, so let's again put this into the first equation. And what do you get? You get x squared plus, y squared, which is x4, minus 8x squared plus 16 over x squared equals 25. All right, I'm going to multiply both sides by x squared, and you're going to get x4 plus x4 minus 8x squared plus 16 equals 25x squared. All right, my hope is that it's going to be easy to factor, and let's take a look. All right, so what do you get over here? Looks like you get 2x4, and then you can get minus 33x squared plus 16 equals 0. All right, so I'm going to try to factor this, and if it does factor nicely, it's going to probably be with nice little simple integer numbers, right? If not, I got to go the quadratic formula, which I don't want to do at this point in time. It's first problem. And let's see over there. I'm going to say 8 and 2. And is that going to work? Oh, I can't do that, can I? So it's got to be 16 and 1, right? Sorry about that. Let me get my eraser out. That wouldn't have worked anyway. Not thinking, I guess, 16 and 1. Let me write that down for you. And does that work? Well, you get 2x4, certainly. Minus 32 minus 1 is minus 33, and you do get plus 16. Works beautifully. So I'm going to write the zero product rule. So x squared would have to be equal to 1/2, or x squared would have to equal 16 for that to be 0 in both cases. What's x going to be? Plus or minus 1 over the root of 2, or x is equal plus or minus 4. Right now, certainly, someone says, is that the answer to the question? The answer to the question is going to be an ordered pair x and y. So what I want to do is go back up here and talk about how to get the y now. And what do you get over here? Y is going to equal x squared minus 4 over x. Let me show you where that is. That's right over here. All right, we're using this to get the y. And I got a bunch of them to do, and let's just do one at a time. And let's do the 4 first. X is 4. What would you get? Well, that would be 16 minus 4, which is 12, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. Let's put the next one down. That would be minus 4. And what do you get over there? Well, you still get 16 minus 4, which is 12, but now you're dividing it by minus 4, so it's going to be minus 3. That one's done. All right, we'll look at the key later. This one over here, let's try 1 over root 2 first. A little more complicated. Let's write this down. You can get 1/2 minus 4, and you get 1 over root 2. All right? So, yeah, it does look more difficult. There's no doubt about it. So, I'm going to say 4 is really 8/2. So you can get minus 9 I'm sorry, not minus 9. That's crazy. You get minus 7 halves, and you're dividing by 1 over root 2, which is like multiplying by root 2. So you're going to get minus 7 root 2 over 2. I'm going to rationalize the first one by multiplying top and bottom by root 2. When I say rationalize in the denominator. So it'll be root 2 over 2 minus 7 root 2 over 2. All right? Now again, we have 3 answers now. And we're going to put another answer down. What's the next answer going to be? Well, it's going to be minus root 2 over 2. I've already rationalized it. No need to do it again. Let me get my eraser out. And I got to do more arithmetic. And what do you have to do? You have to plug it in, right? So what's y going to be equal to? Let's write this down. Y will equal that x squared. Well, that's going to be, let's see, 2/4 minus 4. And then you get root 2 over 2, right? I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 2. The bottom you get root 2. And the top, what do you get? Well, let's see, you get 1 minus 8, which is going to be minus 7 over root 2. And multiply top and bottom now by root 2, you get minus 7 root 2 over 2. All right? All right, let's look at our answers, see if we got it. And again, this is looking at the key, and the key also provides for you a graph of it. Let's see if we got the points, though. And I made a mistake somewhere. We'll figure that out in a second. And it's not going to bode well making a mistake in the first question, but I did get 4/3, and I got minus 4 minus 3. And I got the root 2 over 2, minus 7 root 2 over 2. I made a mistake with the last one I did, so I need to erase it. And I need to figure out what happened, what went wrong there. Something went wrong. Maybe in my arithmetic, all right? But we're checking this out over here. We got to plug it in, and I think I may have my problem was I forgot to divide by the proper number. So you're still going to get 2/4. This is the y part. We're doing this over here. Minus 4. And on the bottom, last time I wrote down, root 2 over 2. It's actually minus root 2 over 2. Multiply top and bottom by 2. And what do you get there? Well, let's take a look at it. You can get 1 minus 8. And on bottom, you get minus root 2. What does this give you? Minus 7 over minus root 2, which is 7 over root 2. And if you multiply top and bottom by root 2 to rationalize the denominator, you get 7 root 2's over 2. All right, when you're doing a problem set, you're going to make mistakes. Go back and try to make sense of the mistakes that you made. Not that you want to repeat mistakes, but so you prevent mistakes from occurring on exams. So everything looks good. By the way, I'm looking at the key, by the way. They also provide a graph for you. And what I see in the graph, I see a circle. I want to point out what I mean by that. They provide a graph for you. This here is the equation of a circle over here. And without transforming it, this is a graph of a hyperbola that's been rotated. All right? Now, granted, we're not at that level yet, and I did not transform that. I'm just looking at that and look at the picture and say, oh, yeah, rotated hyperbola. All right? But anyway, that was not their question. Their question was the 4 points of intersection, and we found them. And it's really, that's all they were looking for. Thank you.